What do you feel going into Sao Paulo in that environment? How do you think you'll handle that situation?
If those blowhards with their blow darts want to come at me, they can send anybody they want, but don't send anybody you want back.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Bram MMA. In this video, we'll be going over some of the funniest moments from the bad guy, CHAEL Sonnen.
Really? An introduction? The biggest star in the history of the business, you're going to introduce me by name? You think the people don't know who CHAEL Sonnen is? Really? Come on, Mike. Come on. Let's just get on with it.
Alright, well, you heard the man. But before we do get on with it, if you're an MMA fan and you enjoy these types of videos, please consider subscribing because I will be uploading regular MMA montages like this. Hope you enjoy.
CHAEL, what exactly are you going to do to Wanderlei at UFC 175?
I can tell you, I'm going to give him a beating. And
I like it.
The tougher he talks, the more he makes me think he's not going to show up. Every time he's humble, I think he gets closer to signing the contract. But, you know, generally he grows confidence when he's got numbers on his side.
So who do you want next?
I want an easy fight. Anderson Silva, Wanderlei Silva. Either of the Silvas. Bigfoot Silva. They all suck. Give me a Silva.
From Rampage Jackson, his mouth gets his ass in trouble.
That's amazing that you could hear Rampage all the way from the bowels of obscurity. Good for him.
Jon Jones.
Let me guess, that text message was greatly misspelled and you had to have it deciphered. So we'll assume that that's what Rampage meant.
Awani post-fight at UFC.
Ariel, is that camera big enough to take in the largest arm in Westland, Oregon that has found its way to Houston, Texas? Because that thing looks a little bit small.
Yeah, I think it is.
All right, well then we can continue.
We have been waiting 3 years until your fight, so what is your feeling now? CHAEL?
Hello, sweet potato. What was the question? I was a little distracted. What did you say?
My question was, what is your feeling now, CHAEL?
Pretty excited, as a matter of fact. But back to the fight.
And I would like to know why you always say bad things about our people and especially about our country.
Because I am attempting to pick a fight with some Brazilian fighters. Not fighters that care about you, Brazil. Fighters who have abandoned you. Fighters that claim they're from Brazil, like Wanderlei Silva, but he lives in a gated community in Las Vegas. He drives a Aston Martin. Do you guys even know what that is? That's what James Bond drove. It cost $200 grand. Wanderlei could have bought a fully loaded Lexus, drove around in style for $41,000, sent $159 grand back to your country, built 2 schools, but he didn't. He didn't send you $159 grand. He didn't send you $159. He didn't send you 159 cents. He left you, abandoned you, and now he lives in America.
Have you heard the things I say about him? Those are fighting words. Those are fighting words from the time I was a kid in the 3rd grade through the time I'm a 30-year-old man right now. If somebody says that about you, you must fight him. And he ducked me for 6 years. Yushin Okami beat him, and he ducked him. Paulo Filho beat him in practice, so he ducked him. Lyoto Machida beat him in practice, so he became good friends with him and won't fight him. These guys are phony, and so's your pound for pound list. What was your question?
I'm going to Brazil. I will be there. We have a press conference there on Tuesday. So I'm trying to smooth things over with these guys, but I don't exactly know how, right? So I packed a suitcase full of gifts, full of things from America that they don't have. For example, I bought packets of soap for them. I brought shampoo.
I'll give you a gift from Brazil, and I'll be glad if you accept this gift, okay?
Well, that's very nice. You guys brought a gift for me? That's wonderful, considering all the tremendous gifts that my country has given you. For example, the internet, which I heard you have.
This is not true. We have the internet in Brazil, especially...
But you got it from America. You're welcome. You guys are welcome. We created that here. That was very nice of us.
No, this is not true.
You guys no longer have to tap on a log and like write letters into bottles and throw it into the ocean, right? Because that's what you used to do.
And I brought them dental floss. And, you know, speaking of dental floss and dentistry, it's very interesting. This is a true story. Did you know that the toothbrush was actually created in Brazil? Yeah, it's true. Had it been created in America or really anywhere else, it'd be called the teeth brush. But
Maybe I could ask a question. Maybe I could ask 3 of Michael Bisping. First, what you gonna do when you know who? How you gonna deal with the Man of Steel? And how will you react to Sonnen's attack? Tune in on the 28th, 8 p.m.
Eastern Time, and we will find out who the real world champion is.
Did you watch that fight? In what parallel universe can you punch a man 300 times? He wraps his legs around your head for 8 seconds and they declare him the winner. In my hometown, on the streets of Westland, Oregon, if you lay on your back with your legs wrapped around a man's head for 8 seconds, that does not make you a winner. That makes not a winner.
Oh, I think that right. Look, Tito's a drunk and he's a drug addict. And Tito's broke and he borrows those suits. I have no idea why they even invite him out here. I mean, that is as low class as it gets. You have to understand this. Tito Ortiz will never get in there. Tito Ortiz sucks. He was high tonight. He was drinking tonight. He got booed tonight in his bar. So I couldn't give a damn less about Tito Ortiz. But I do think it's very low brow. You know, and he does it. He's going to behave like that. I'm on one side of the fence and he's on the other. It's like, Tito, man, you're messing with the wrong guy. I will come through here and whip your ass.
Wanderlei Silva, 6 feet tall and 205 pounds. Boy, until I met you, I didn't know they could stack crap that high.
Are you concerned that he won't take the fight?
Yeah, I don't expect him to take the fight. He's a coward. I truly don't expect him to take the fight. You know, this guy walks around, I want the biggest fights. Well, there's no bigger fight than our rematch, stupid. Well, I want the toughest guys. Well, God never made a tougher man than me, and my name hasn't come out of your mouth once.
Whoa, I will let you know when I'm done, Joe. I just got done with the world champion. If you think I won't add a middle-aged comedian just for the goddamn pleasure of it, you better think again. Wanderlei Silva, 3 months, you were the bad guy.
No, I don't do these camps either. I think these guys that go to camp, I think fighters say one thing and mean another thing. Like, hey, I go to camp and be in seclusion. I think that means, hey, my wife and kids are driving me nuts. I got to get out of town. I go to practice every day.
Wanderlei's going to go 22 straight wins in Japan, and he can't win 2 straight in America. Mirko Cro Cop's going to win all those fights in Japan. He can't beat anybody in America. Fedor's going to win all those fights in Japan, and he's 3-2 in America, and one of those wins is over a guy that was flipping tires at Sam's Club the month before.
How about Brazil? Wouldn't that be something? I think they could do a 100,000-seat stadium you present in Brazil. Does that even interest you?
No, that does. That really does. And if they sell 100,000 tickets, I hope they collect them all. I hope they put them in a nice ball, turn them sideways, and shove them straight up their ass. That's what they can do with the Brazilian crowd. We're going to Las Vegas.
The Japanese circuit is fake. It's always been fake. None of those guys won those fights. They never won those fights. Wanderlei Silva, 22-0. Mirko Cro Cop, 1 leg cemetery, 1 leg, you know, whatever. Well, what happened, Mirko? What happened to your legs? Nothing happened. The referee's not wearing an earpiece. The promoter didn't come in the back and tell your opponent when to go down. That's what happened. I lost my motivation. No, you didn't. You suck. You suck just like Fedor sucks. You suck just like Wanderlei sucks. Big difference when that referee's real, isn't it, Arrow?
At what point did this rivalry with Wanderlei really start for you? What was the moment that set it off?
Man, it started out of jealousy. I would sit at home scratching and clawing to make it. You know, I'm fighting at the dog park. I'm fighting anywhere I can get a chance, and I'm watching this knucklehead coming out of Japan wearing this belt, and I'm going, oh, kick that guy's ass. That guy never would have been champion if I would have been in Pride, and I couldn't get my opportunity. You know, they say that that you should always study your opponent. You should know what he's thinking. I know what he's thinking. I know what he's thinking right now. He's sitting there asking himself, is there a number higher than 11?
You're looking at the reflection of perfection, the one that gets all your attention. You're looking at the man with the biggest arms, the man with the greatest charm, and the man in Chicago to do a lot of harm to a guy 3 doors down.
Yeah. You need to know what the fuck about, motherfucker. You need to know, motherfucker. Your time's gonna come, motherfucker. You're talking about the wrong guy, motherfucker. Okay? Come to my face, motherfucker. You're gonna see what's gonna happen. Come here.
The time you won was against Bisping, and that's real talk, dude. Like, don't get me wrong. Dana keeps you around because you're a Fox commentator. Real talk. Because you can sell tickets. Because that's Dana's job. But Oklahoma, Daniel Cormier, Johnny Hendricks, Mark Munoz will be fighting tonight. Mola Wall, we're all from Oklahoma. The man that's running this tournament back here, Jack Roller, Oklahoma.
Spit it out, brother. You're putting everybody to sleep, man. I'm about to come down there and whip your ass in a second. Just to get people real talk, stupid. Speak English. I don't speak ghetto. I don't even know what real talk is. Here's real talk, dummy. If you don't get to
I sell ass whippings, son. I don't sell memberships.
You sell ass whippings? What is your name again? Who are you?
Bill Smallwood,
All I've heard is you're from Oklahoma. Those guys are from Oklahoma State. Every name that you just dropped, let me hand them back to you because they're not from where you said they're some. Stupid.
Got it. Mean kids are calling me Stephanie Boner.
I think you're gonna need one of these, Stephanie. Or I mean, Stefan. Listen, I think I can help you. It's this simple. You're supposed to be the American Psycho. Be a psycho. Be the master of psycho. Be the sensei of psycho. You need to be willing to take on an entire country, a third world country at that. Let me ask you a question. Who's the champion of your division?
Jon Jones.
Wrong. You're the champion.
But he beat me.
Jones beat me. I whipped Anderson. He still runs around and tells people he's the champion. You think he cares?
Guess not.
Exactly. You tell Jon Jones you're coming over, you're kicking his door, and you're patting his old lady on the ass, and she better have a turkey pot pie ready for you.
I do?
Am I talking to Stefan or Stephanie?
I do.
That's right. Now, who's the champ?
I'm the champ?
Are you the American Psycho or an American Idiot?
I'm the champ.
Who's the champ?
I'm the champ.
Who's the champ?
I'm the American Psycho Stephan Bonner, light heavyweight champion of the world. Ah!